Talk to him.
Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Whether the winters were left in the cold. We're going to get into the first reaction video. We actually sliding over to Anton Daniels' channel, and we're going to see what he has to say about the subject matter at hand. So we're going to go. This subject matter is a TikTok reaction, I believe, where he's going to be giving his take, and I'm going to be chiming in as well on this woman's real talk on girls' trips. Shout out to Anton Daniels. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all haven't, man. He got a lot of great content. Very consistent, high-level YouTube content creator. One of my favorites for sure, top 5. Let's go.
Listen up. If your girl has done any of these things, you're like in a serious relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, committed. If she has done any of these things, it's a red flag, and you need to break up with her expeditiously, immediately. Tune in. If your girl has gone on girls' trips while you've been in a relationship, break up with her. 9 times out of 10, she's going with her friends who are single, and her friends who are single are looking for attention from men. They're not going on these girls' trips for spa days, getting their nails done, shopping. That might be part of the girls' trip, but that ain't the only thing she's doing. Her toxic friends are in her head saying, oh, you don't need her. You don't need that man. Come be outside with us. The outside single life is where it's at. They're getting in her head. Break up with her because she going to end up breaking up with you. Number 2, she constantly gaslights you, or she's very combative. Every little thing that you say, she has a response. And it's not like a sweet response. It's a very defensive response. You say, hey, babe, can you just clean your hair out of the shower? It's stuck in the drain. Her response is, well, I would if you would take out the trash every Friday. It's very combative. Feminine women are not combative. We live a soft era. We don't do all that extra shit. If she's being extra and just has an attitude for no reason, she's too.
Okay, number 1, the first one that she listed, the girls' trips, right? Where she said that if your girl try to go on a girls' trip while y'all in a relationship, just go ahead and break up with her, because 9 times out of 10, they going with the single friends. I don't think it really matters what friends they go with. Single friends, married friends. I don't think that really matters. Just adding to what she's saying. I don't even know if I'm disagreeing. But if your woman wants to go on a girls' trip, for general advice purposes, I would say, fellas, you should be alarmed. I don't know that this is bad advice, especially if they go into the girls' trip hotspots. Atlanta, Houston, Jamaica, Miami, Vegas. They go into a girls' trip hotspot. If I was giving general advice, I definitely would tell a man to be alarmed at the minimum. Just cut your eye at her a little bit. I think it would be in your best interest. The second one, though, that she's saying, if the woman is she was saying if the woman is argumentative or disagreeable or this, that, and the third, I don't want to sound a certain way, but y'all know I'm going to tell the truth that I see. I think she just started describing just the average American, the average experience with a female. I don't even think she's describing nothing that don't necessarily come with a woman to a degree on this second one. Let me go back a little bit.
Single life is where it's at. They're getting in her head. Break up with her because she gonna end up breaking up with you. Number 2, she constantly gaslights you, or she's very combative. Every little thing that you say, she has a response. And it's not like a sweet response. It's a very defensive response. You say, hey, babe, can you just clean your hair out of the shower? It's stuck in the drain. Her response is, well, I would if you would take out the trash every Friday. It's very combative.
Yeah, so a little extreme. I get what she's saying. She kind of describing more of a worst case scenario type situation. However, I could say there's an element of disagreeability or combativeness that kind of comes with the American woman experience. Like a lot of women don't have an opportunity to date women, and so they don't really fully empathize with what men go through when dealing with just the average woman. Like I always say, even a good woman will get on a man's nerves. There's natural differences between the two of us. So some of these things are inherent, it's just gonna happen, especially when living in proximity and people nowadays over communicate, right? They don't get the distance, and the distance does make the heart grow fonder. It's no longer a situation where the man leave out the house and he don't talk to his woman for 6 to 8 to maybe 9 hours potentially, and then they reconvene each day, 5 to 6 days out the week or whatever the case may be. So there's an overstimulation element too. And then people start getting on each other's nerves. Well, you're interacting too much. I believe in reprieves. I believe, people in relationships should take space from each other intentionally, not when they're angry at each other or in disagreement, but intentionally when everything's fine. Hey, for the weekend, I'm finna go up to blah, 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 dolo by myself. I just want to take some me time. If your woman getting suspicious because you want some time to yourself, I mean, that's a woman who you probably can't be honest with, right? It's not a safe space because you trying to open up about what you need for your mental health or your stability or to reset yourself. And her response is, who's the other chick? At that point, you need to reevaluate what you got going on, in that situation. In my opinion, maybe it'll work for you. Let's go.
Feminine women are not combative. We live a soft era. We don't do all that extra shit. If she's being extra and just has an attitude for no reason, she's too comfortable. She needs a reality check. Break up with her. Number 3, if she has any male friends, I don't care if she knew them since preschool, middle school, high school, any male friends, break up with her. Break up with her because she's using her male friends as a backup. I don't give a crap. Those are her backup plans in case you fuck up.
Now, all of these things that she's saying is 100% true. You can probably add another 47 things to go along with 3 to just make it an even 50. But let me add one more caveat to solve for some of the stuff that she said. If she is still spending time or hanging around people that's not conducive for the life that she's now in, meaning that if she's a married woman, but she spent all of her time hanging out with her single friends, chances are she has not evolved, she has not changed. That time in her life, and I'm not saying that she can't have friends or she's supposed to completely cut off old friends, but what I am saying is that everybody has a season in your life, in her life, in our lives. And you are evolving every single day. And if the majority of your energy is spent doing the same stuff that you was doing before you met him, then that means that you wasn't ready to be in a relationship in the first place. And
I'm gonna take it a step further before I let Anton finish. I'm gonna take it a step further. Me personally, I'm not the type of man who likes to get with a woman and isolate her. I know some men do that. They like control freaks and stuff like that. I'm not one of those, but I kind of like women who are naturally introverted. Like there's introverted women in this world. I like women who are introverted. I like a woman who not gonna bug me about we haven't been out in a while because I don't long to go out. Like I'm not an in the mixy type of person. I'll go support the homies if they having events and they line up with my schedule. Then I'm pulling up for sure. I love to be, a fan of my homies. You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. But as far as like just on a random Friday, I feel like getting out. No, I don't. I don't be feeling like getting out. I feel like going to the gym. I feel like making content. I feel like recording songs. I feel like doing a lot of shit. I don't necessarily feel like being in the mix. That's not really me. So I think a lot of times people gotta date people who they align with too. Like if you are outside type of person and you like being out, you might want to date somebody who's also like the type of person that like being out, so y'all can go out and have fun together on a regular basis. But if you introverted, she extroverted. I don't even like women who like spending time with their girls too much, because I don't care if the friend's single or married. You know what I'm saying? I don't know them. You know what I'm saying? I don't tell I would never tell a woman she can't spend time with her friends. But if she's the type of person naturally, I don't. That's what I'm saying. I believe people should date people who are in alignment with them. If she's the type of person who naturally don't go out that often and it's always here and there, that's already in alignment with what I like. But if a female like kind of like to be out once a week, 4 times a month, you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be heavy for me. I'm not trying to go out with you, and if you out with your homegirls too much, I no longer can trust it. Just my instincts. I'm too. I'm not gonna dismiss simple logic. My instincts are start. Yeah, okay. Because if you out one week, let's say I go out one weekend a month with the woman. The other 3 weekends, she out with her girls. So in a 12-month year, let's take 1 month out just to say around the holidays she don't go out and shit like that. Let's take 1 month out. So 11 months out of the year, shit, that's 33. That's 33 kick it nights with the girls, man. Something going wrong. And then we supposed to be doing this long term. So for year after year after year, 33 nights out with the girls and just no sorcery, no treachery. Shit, I feel like that's a recipe for a failure anyway. Y'all let me know if my logic is off though, or if that sounds controlling or whatever. But I would never, like I said, I would never ask a woman not to go out if she want to go out. I just wouldn't be with a woman who want to be outside all the time. I think that's how you handle that. But let's go. Let's let Anton continue. I just wanted to throw that in there. Let's go.
I know that that is going to be controversial, and I want to address all three of her points. I know that that is going to be controversial because, of course, you have this decentering men movement. You have women acting like they don't need men anymore until they get in a relationship, and then all of a sudden they're gonna have this big epiphany. But you are malleable. You are evolving. You are changing. You have different goals in your life, and that often at times comes with the company that you keep, and the company that you keep is based off of where you're trying to go. So if you're spending an extraordinary amount of time, her, with her single homegirls doing single women shit, then what do you think is going to happen? You think that she's going to be the only good one of the group? Usually, you are a reflection of the company that you keep. If you spend a whole lot of time around broke people, guess what you're going to be? If you spend a lot of time around wise people, guess what you're going to be? So, I often look at women with the side eye and say, you need a whole nother friend group. So this points back to her original point when she was talking about the whole girls trip. I don't see anything wrong with girls trips, depending on the type of girls that she go on a trip with. Because first of all, I don't believe that men should be chasing women like that. I don't believe that if you are in a relationship and you're worried about what she's doing, and you probably shouldn't even be in a relationship with her, just keep her hanging around or whatever, or just deal with her accordingly. But don't put marriage expectations on a chick that you run in the streets with just because you're getting emotional and you're getting tied up or whatever it is that her lifestyle is, or you don't want nobody else to have her. They got this narrative out there that says that, if he want to take you off the market or whatever, no, nah, man, listen, I ain't all that for that. Like,
Yeah, I gotta interject here. Slight disagreement with Anton. I see something wrong with or difference of thought process. I don't even want to say disagreement. He ain't saying nothing wrong, but it's one of those things where I do see something wrong with girls' trips. The only reason why I'm saying that, I'm not saying that there aren't women who are exceptions to the rule that can go on girls' trips and behave themselves as women that are committed to someone back home, have fun with their girls without stepping over any boundaries, and come back home free and clear. I'm not saying that those women don't exist. That's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is I am a man who has traveled, and I have traveled quite a bit, and I have seen quite a few girls' trips groups on my expeditions, and I know how the girls' trips groups be behaving when I be out on my dolo. You know what I'm saying? Like I seen it. I seen it, you know? So I can't act like I haven't seen what I saw for the sake of mine is different. Like, no, I'm a leave 1% of understanding that this human being is imperfect in my brain. Because I think when you put yourself in a mind state of it can't be me, when it be you, it hit just a little harder. It hit just a little harder. Let's go.
I think that there's a clear separation between hoes and wives. And often at times we'll use hoes interchangeable with women, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't separate from the wives. And the chicks that's for the streets, you just need to understand that she's not yours. It's just your turn. Just because you're getting emotionally attached to her, because you're dealing with her on a regular basis, doesn't mean that you're going to prevent her from being in the streets with the guys that she wants to be with, depending on what she's experiencing at that particular time. And if you got to move on pins and needles in order to keep her, then you in the wrong game. You absolutely are going to get washed up in this game. And eventually you'll probably crash out, be stressed out, and find yourself on the bad end of the stick. Now, the other flip side of that is she spoke about male friends, right? And I believe that it is very difficult, if not damn near impossible, for a woman to successfully be in a relationship when she is still having male friends. If she spends an extraordinary amount of time, and again, let's go back to the original thing that I was saying as far as the company that you keep. First of all, you have to assume, even if there's a 5% possibility that it didn't happen and she didn't sleep with him, you have to already assume that at the very minimum, he is feeling her. At the very minimum, he probably is just in a friend zone and he ain't hit yet. So when he see you with her, or she get into it with you, who you think that she gonna be talking about and pillow talking with and telling all your business to? Because that's her bestie.
Yeah, it do be like that. It do be like that. Yep. I done had plenty of female friends, and he not lying. They do call and give you they vent to you the same way, not the exact same way they vent to their home girl, but they vent to you and sometimes seek advice and et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, you do end up knowing some of their nigga business. You do end up knowing, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third about what they got going on and shit like that, being a guy friend. You know what I mean? You do end up being that way. Um, so he not wrong in that regard. About all guy friends being like a threat to like your relationship and shit like that. I don't know that to be true. But I look at it like this. When it comes to like the guy friends thing, like that nigga is much of a threat as anybody else who she got to deal with in proximity on a regular basis. If you got a woman like most, I'm talking about regular Americans, like the whole like one income household thing, that's a low percentage of people. We can look that up actually, just to see. But for average Americans, both parties are working more than 9 times out of 10, bro. Your girl gonna work around dudes, so she's spending 40 to 50 to 60 hours around other dudes. It don't even got to be bestie. It could be work hubby. It could be, you know what I'm saying, the new guy and all. It could be, you get what I'm saying? Like, or if you got a woman that's a stay-at-home woman, sometimes stay-at-home women frequent the same grocery store 4, 5, 6 times a week, shit like that. Or they go to the gym, religiously. It could be gym buddy that always be it could be threats are everywhere. Like that whole concept of like the guy friend being this person to worry about, like, nigga, if your girl if she's valuable, then you should always be understanding that it's gonna be people that's trying to get in proximity to see what's to it, no matter what that look like. And the guy friend ain't no more of a threat than somebody that's more her type than you was when she met you. Because the thing that I'm learning about modern women is, to a degree, they always feel like they settling with whoever they with. It don't matter. They could be with Jason Tatum, but they not with LeBron. They could be with LeBron, but they not with Drake. They could be with Drake, but you get what I'm saying? Like, to a degree. So, like, I just don't understand that conversation. I've always felt like it was kind of weird, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I always thought that shit was kind of weird. Because when I dated females with guy friends, I'm trying to think, did any of them end up ever dating the guy friend or being with the dude, like in the aftermath? No, I can't even. Yeah, any female I dated that had a guy friend, even long after me and that person been over with, they never dated the guy friend. Whether or not he cracked or whatever, I mean, come on, y'all. Like, come on, y'all.
That's her best friend. Some of these guys even try to disguise themselves as bisexual or gay or whatever. And it doesn't mean that they haven't slept with men, but it don't mean that they ain't trying to bust down that chick too. And a lot of times when men are in those positions, they the guy that can't wait for her to finally realize that he was the one for her all along, until he wind up moving on, or sometimes he don't move on and he just stays best friends with her forever. And then a lot of times he'll even speak down on you, or she'll look to him for male advice and all of that bullshit. Man, get on up out of here with that nonsense. Chicks that have male friends or an extraordinary amount of male friends, you need to absolutely throw the asterisk and the red flag on her. And the whole combative thing, ditto. Never, ever, ever, under any circumstance, ever deal with a woman that is going to be combative or talk back or go on all of this stuff, because
he just told 75% of black men to get out their relationships. He said, don't deal with a woman that's combative. He just told 75, probably 85% of black men in relationships with black women to get out their relationships. Cooperation. Listen, I want to bring some reality to this situation, like always. And I'm not going to crash out. I'm going to stay calm about it. But I got to tell it like it is. The most feminine sister in America is still kind of hard in France. I hope y'all understand what I mean by saying that. The most feminine woman in America is still kind of hard compared to your average woman in Paris. You understand? So, in general, because of all the shit around us that is driving it to be this way, it's by design. We're not gonna leave that out. It's by design. In general, because of all the stuff that's driving our women to behave this way, feminism, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's made a harder brand of woman on average. So even the little resistance that you get, you go there in America, it don't really breed totally submissive black women. Even the most submissive black woman here, she gotta, what y'all say, you know, so I don't get a voice, like it gets extreme, right? Like they gotta feel like they got, you know, if it's not a 50-50 input, it gotta feel like 51-49 for them to be appeased. And I'm just saying, on average, the people who are the exceptions to the rule, hit dogs don't holler. You know what I'm saying? But I think because Anton is, from what I've seen on his content and the way people speak about him and his lady, they say his lady is very submissive to him. So if that is the case and that is true, then he is one of those people who has one of the rare gemstones of a woman. That doesn't speak to the general population of us, though. And I'm just saying us because we make up the population. So yeah, I don't believe in dealing with a woman that's disagreeable, but it's disagreeable beyond my grace. I understand where I'm at. I'm not going to be unrealistic and look for a woman that's as soft as a French woman, or as soft as a woman from, you know, the right part of Africa where they breed, you know, them super, you know, you feel me? I'm not going to expect that here. If that's your expectation here, then you fooling yourself. You ain't going to find nothing. You just, as a man, if that's what you're looking for, like complete and total submission, you fooling yourself looking for that in America. You're going to get some pushback, folks. I don't care if it's on the 1 to 10. I don't care if it's a 3. It ain't going to be a 1, G. Not here. 3 is the floor. 3 is the floor. So he got somebody that's operating at a 1. He just got to know he alone. Fuck is you talking about? I gotta disagree with bro. That's not the average man experience, bro. He just told all black men to leave their women. Damn that.
I don't even believe in arguments. I believe in discussions. I believe in calm conversations, and not even too many of that, because my rule of thumb is I'm going to spend 98, 99% of my time doing the thing or loving the thing that I like about you, instead of spending all of my time trying to figure out how I'm going to fix you. You're just going to have to already come the way that you're supposed to be. And so for y'all to be out here arguing with these women and going back and forth and every single thing that she says, or maybe she wasn't like that in the beginning and now she's starting to get like that, you need to stop chasing her. Man, listen, bro. Listen, bro. Stop chasing these women, trying to convince them that they need to do, be, or act a certain way. If she is not by default moving differently around you because she respects you so much and she don't want to disappoint you, you not him to her.
Hey, bro. He just Anton, you just told everybody to play the lottery. You just told because even a female, listen, I speak for myself. I only deal with women who like me. They like me. I don't gotta go get them. I don't gotta go get them. They like me. We like each other. It's not I don't gotta chase them, hunt them down. I don't gotta be able to, what y'all say, gotta be able to afford them and all that shit. I don't none of that shit. We not doing. They like me. They like me, right? So what you talking about? But what I'm telling you is, even the ones that like you, love your dirty draws here in America, on the 1 to 10 of femininity, 10 being the most feminine, 1 being hard as hell, right? That's the scale. 3. No. 10 being hard as hell, 1 being the most feminine. 1 being the most feminine a woman could be, 10 being hard as hell. 3 is the floor for an American woman. 3 is the floor. That's as feminine as it get. So even if she liked the shit out you, boy, she gonna give you some pushback. He just told everybody to go play the Powerball. Let's debate. He just told everybody to go play Powerball. Even a woman who love your dirty draw is gonna give you some pushback on these soils. On these soils. And a lot of dudes is unsuccessfully putting their foot down too, because that's why the divorce rate's like that. And that's why they fouling like that. Yes, try to drop your nuts. They'll just leave your ass before they submit. And look, Anton will probably say, good, free that man, but he gonna go find another one. I'm telling you, on average, what you talking about, it's the golden ticket, Willy Wonka shit.
You may be him to a lot of people. You may be him to a lot of other people. She don't even feel the threat that you could leave, and that's why she getting so comfortable disrespecting you. You not him to her.
Hey, that shit don't matter, bro. Bro ain't been in the field, G. That shit don't matter, bro. It's rich, bro. I'm not even. I ain't gonna tell on myself. Listen, bro, that shit don't matter. It's plenty of men that's big breadwinner, big bag, big chains, Rolex watch, big. Nice, yeah, big house, nice car, yeah, having shit, yeah, stepping out, yeah, take care of my woman, yeah, take care of the kids, yeah, she cheating on you, bro, with an average Joe. Fuck is you talking about? That shit happening every day. You not him to her, man. That shit don't matter no more. Welcome to 2025, champ. That shit don't matter no more, bro. It don't, champ. Everybody that's able to operate in that low percentile of people that's got that old school shit going on, congratulations to all of them. I ain't gonna tell y'all whether I'm included or not. Mind your business. Congratulations to everybody that got that old school shit going on. That weather the storm, that talk through a shit, that you get what I'm saying. But that's not, listen, if we talking about by and large, fam, come on, Tom. Come on, Tom. Tom dog. Come on now.
If she always got something to say, if she always got to get the last word, if she's always arguing it, if she's combative, if she's dismissive, if she don't listen to you, if you got to say a lot just to get a little up out of her, man, you just need to let her suffer, bro. And she not going to learn a lesson until she understand your value. And your value is not going to inherently be tied up in what it is that she got going on. I'm just telling you right now, bro. Real talk. Like, if you have to continue to try to convince somebody that they are supposed to be operating a certain type of way with you, but they can't, but they were like that before, but then they evolved into being something completely different, and then they make a lot of excuses as to why they not submissive, or why they so combative, or why they got to get the last word, or why they keep being disrespectful and all of that stuff. I am telling you, you are going to be in trouble, and you are basically enabling bad behavior when you don't check that shit at the door. I've seen it 1,000 different times. Don't ask me how I know. I've seen it. And it's a lot to get a person to change their behavior once they've gotten comfortable, especially if they in it for months or years in a whole relationship with you, and they've been comfortable continuing to do disrespectful shit or getting the last word, or they got to say something, or they don't do what they're supposed to do. Most of the time, they don't feel like you'll ever leave. And so as a result, they're going to do what they want to do when they want to do it. Check this.
Hey, sounds good. Huh. Sounds good. He just, hey, listen, the female he talking about, that behavior that he talking about, that a woman should exhibit to a man that she respect, and all that, what he's talking about, it ain't even enough of them for every man to have one. It ain't even enough of them for every man to have one. Even if they all came outside with tattoos on their forehead, it ain't enough of them for every man to have one. We're outnumbering those. That making model. That's a 1 of 300. Fuck he talking about. I feel him though. I don't even disagree with him. But for the dudes out there that's selling for a little bit of attitude because they understand what this is, hey, welcome to reality. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Anton living on Fantasy Island and shit, but I get it. He's spoiled. He got a panel 4 nights a week where he's dealing with women who know how and when to be quiet. No cap. He on a panel 4 nights a week. I watch After Hours. I do reactions to his stuff. I love Anton channel. He top 5 my favorite content creators. Top 5 for sure. On After Hours, but he got a panel full of women that know how and when to be quiet. Now, on Mondays, it get a little rough. Might get a little rough on Mondays. Some of those women are over talk and yell, but them not the ones he picked. The ones that's on his consistent panel, they know how and when to be quiet. So he's spoiled. He don't have to. A lot of his man hours is spent not dealing with the average American woman. Yeah. Because how and when to be quiet is not the average around this motherfucker. It definitely isn't. And women, let me know if I'm lying on y'all. Some of y'all don't know how and when to be quiet with each other. I can't count how many times I'd have heard a female say, I wish this B would just shut up. Let me know and I start lying on y'all. I ain't even trying to be cynical either. I'm just being real. I ain't even trying to be cynical. I ain't gonna crash out though. It's all good. Shout out to Anton, man. Another great reaction video. We finna move on because we got work to do. Yeah. But that was the reaction on girls trips and the like. Let's go. If you like what you just saw, support the channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and jump in the comments. Talk to me so we could crack these codes. If you want to support the channel monetarily, go to my website and cop some merch, www.theclassiccodes.com. Or you can shoot me a Cash App. Either way, stick to the codes. Classic codes, I ain't taking it slow. Forgive me, Lord, I woke up in that mode. Weathered the winters when left in the cold. Hard